Let's go to one of the people who's been trying to negotiate between Team Anna and the backroom. Joining us now, Art of Living founder Sri Ravi Shankar, who's been involved as a co-founder of India Against Corruption and therefore is close to really Team Anna as well as has strong links with the government. Appreciate your joining us, Sri, at this very difficult time, sir. Tell us the big question the country wants an answer to. Are we close to ending this deadlock once and for all?
That's what this Team Anna is really working, putting their 100% to come to that meeting point with the government, with the opposition, with everybody, and I hope it will get resolved very soon.
When you say very soon, I recall...
The day of the...
Yes, go ahead, sir.
On the 6th day and 7th day, there was no hope. There was such a desperation because nobody came to talks and there was no communication. But now I'm so happy that at least that deadlock has been broken and people are coming together. Discussion is on. This is a very big step or major step forward in the right direction. And I sincerely hope that things will get solved very soon.
When you say very soon, the reason I wanted to put a specific time frame was I recall 2 days ago you said I will have good news in an hour. 48 hours have elapsed. We still don't really have a complete breakthrough. How soon do you believe it will be before Annaji ends his fast?
See, the talks have started. These talks have started. That itself is a very good news. Otherwise, there was total deadlock. Right. So now that we are inch by inch, we have come very close to the solution, and the rest, it's I can't take any credit for this at all. It's all the hard work of Arvind Kejriwal and Kiran Bedi and Prashant Bhushanji. They will brief you. They'll be in a better position to give you the whole picture.
But your role, what has your role been?
I'm just there to soften the rough edges, and I'm there just trying to ease out the tension, if at all, if it arises anywhere. I appeal to people again and again. Yesterday, I got the news that about 20 people are wanting to self-immolate in the villages today. Yeah. And so I appeal to people, and yesterday, unfortunately, one incident happened. A youth immolated himself.
Yes.
With 90% burns. So, you see, this is the only movement that is happening without any violence.
Yes.
An agitation that has happened throughout the country without a single incident of violence. So we need to keep appealing to people, and the patients are running out, and I appeal to the politicians also to bring out the solution as quick as possible. In fact, if this negotiation talk would have started a few days earlier, it would have been even much better. But we can't regret anything of the past. Now is the time to look forward to an early solution, and I'm sure something is on the way.
Well, yeah. When you say, sir, that you're advising people to be, that patience is running out, you're advising people to stay calm. Is that a fear that this movement could turn violent? We've heard of some instances in the night, over the last couple of nights, of hooliganism, of lumpen elements, drunken elements targeting innocent people. Yeah. Is that a fear that you have, that the longer this goes, the more the danger of law and order problems?
Absolutely, Rajdeep. From the day one, this was my greatest concern was, whenever a movement like this starts, antisocial elements and unwanted elements, they take advantage of this situation, and they just jump in and create a chaos and bring bad name to the movement. That's why we have been over and over again and again appealing. Volunteers are working round the clock to ensure that such elements do not creep in this whole agitation, and it's kept peaceful. And
so what is the involvement, if I may ask, of the Art of Living in this entire agitation? Are you funding it? Are you supporting it? I'm told a lot of the songs which have been written for Jan Lokpal have been choreographed and have been scripted by your singers. What is the nature of your involvement in this entire India Against Corruption?
See, I have been one of the founding members of this IRC, IAC. Then, the very first day itself, we have started this here. Myself, Anna Hazare, and I knew Anna Hazare for last 30 years. So we had requested him to come to Delhi, and because he has been fighting this menace of corruption in Maharashtra.
Yes.
And every day I meet thousands of people, and I had to again and again hear the same story of their, sad story of victims of corruption. We ourselves,
yes.
We ourselves have been a victim of corruption. Yeah.
The reason Shishiji, I'm asking you this is because there will be the skeptics who will say that people are latching on to a popular movement, trying to get mileage out of it. There will be questions also that Shri runs such a grand foundation of his own. Why does he need to associate himself with this kind of movement? So there are those questions. There are skeptics who are asking some question. Is this just an urban upper middle class movement which only now has acquired a mass character?
I have not jumped into this now suddenly to get some mileage. I don't need any mileage as such. We have been working silently for this fight against corruption. And last December and January, I toured 14 states, met lakhs of people, and make them take a vow that they will not give bribe, number one. And then I appeal to all the officers to put a sticker on their table saying I don't take bribe. And then third was the Lokpal bill. So these were the three things I have been working from the day one of the inception of this movement. And all of Art of Living members movement, they're all involved in organizing, and they have been supporting Anna Hazare from day one.
I know that
we are not just displaying Art of Living boards everywhere or saying we are for it. We are for the cause, not for taking any publicity, mileage or anything out of this.
Let me just come to the dialogue.
People say that they are ignorant.
Yeah, the people who say it are
totally ignorant of it.
Right. Sir, Shishiji, I believe that you've also spoken to Advani ji. You've also been meeting Congress leaders. Is there a mood among the political class now to reach a consensus and end Anna's fast? Do you believe that they are serious about it?
Yes, absolutely. Everyone is concerned about this, and no one wants this situation to go out of hand. Everybody is concerned about the situation. Yeah.
But did you get a sense that they are ready to adopt the Lokpal bill of the Anna team, or do they want modifications? Do they want there is one feeling that Team Anna cannot demand exactly the provisions they want. There will have to be some give and take. Do you believe that spirit of give and take exists?
Yeah, there are some technicalities. Of course, they are working out. They are sitting and ironing out the differences. And of course, dialogue is the only way to iron out all these differences. There were concerns in,
How do you react, Shishiji, to those who say that Anna Hazare, by virtually saying he's going on a fast unto death, this is a form of blackmail. It's almost also virtually asking his supporters inciting them, some would say. A fast unto death is dangerous. It's almost akin to suicide. How do you respond to those who say this is not the way to protest?
Well, this has been a way of protest in this country from long time, Rajdeep. You see, outside India, people do protest, but they don't link it with fasting. But in this country, this has been a tradition from long time. You see, so the time limit has become a big pressure in this case.
You don't see it as a form of blackmail. You don't see that those who say that Team Anna is holding a gun to the government of India is bypassing parliament by going on a fast unto death. It is, as Somnath Chatterjee, the former Lok Sabha speaker, told us, some suggest it's ruled by the street. You can't rule a country through street power.
Well, I agree, but on some of the statement, but some are the opinions of people, This is one of the method putting pressure, because all the talks and negotiations failed in the past, and lack of trust is the cause of taking such extreme steps. With Anna, he has been taking many steps, reaching out to the government and trying to reach out to the government, but the failure causes heartache,
Right.
and then mistrust develops, and because of the mistrust, deadlock happens. Basically, you see, when people are in arrogance,
Yes.
and they deal with an attitude with
Yes.
other people, these sort of situation emerge. If there is, from the very beginning, if there had been a cordiality, a sense of give and take, and if the dialogues were kept open from the very beginning, and sincerity, most of all, that was very much as needed.
Right.
Otherwise,
and
whatever
Shishiji?
happened in the last few days,
Yes.
taking to the prison and then trying to malign somebody, किसी को बदनाम करने की चेष्टा करना, ये सब जो हरकत हुई है, इससे ट्रस्ट खत्म हो गई है एक तरह से. तो
Shishiji,
उसको अभी रीबिल्ड करना पड़ेगा.
Shishiji, how is Anna's health? He's 9 days into his fast. Here is someone who's 74 years old. Isn't that a real concern that some would say the people around Anna are using this as a lever? And here is this old man. First of all, how is his health? You must have met him. How well is he today?
Today he's cheerful. He's talking. He's happy. Today he's cheerful. He's more determined. Yesterday was a day of concern, a serious concern. Yes. Yesterday his health started, deteriorating, but today he's already.
So are we saying that he could go on a fast for another week? He could still stay on a fast where he has the energy to stay on a fast for another week?
Well, I don't want to say any such thing as of now. So the doctors will take a call on it.
Have you tried to persuade him? Have you tried to persuade him to take a drip, to try at least because the health is an important factor, isn't it here?
Yeah, I constantly keep